What's LCARA up to this week? Smoking QSOs and a technology showcase. That's what's coming up next on LCARA HAMRadio. Hello, folks. This is Chris, KY4CKP. Well, recently LCARA had a plan to try to start a new yearly tradition, and it was something we were going to call a Smok'in POTA, an event where we were going to go to a park and work on activating the park, get as many members as we could to show up, and cook and smoke some good food to eat. We never miss an opportunity to try to get some good grub on. Well, it turns out on our first annual smoking event, the park was under maintenance and we couldn't go to the park. So we didn't let that deter us. We just said, well, we'll show up to Worldwide headquarters and we'll smoke our food and eat our food there and get our emergency communications trailer out and set up some radios, and we'll still let people make some contacts. So that's exactly what we did. And in fact, the weather turned out great. It was a beautiful fall day, and we had all kinds of good smoked food. We had brisket and pulled pork and smoked mac and cheese and all kinds of desserts, chili and lasagna, just all kinds of really good food. Had quite a few folks show up, so we had a good fellowship and a good time. Again, we had enjoyed some good weather for this event. And again, we had some radios going and got some people on the air. We had some folks brought their children, so we had some young folks around. And of course, we always encourage them to hopefully be interested in and try to educate them a little bit about amateur radio, and even let folks get on the air now and then. So here we are. We're just set up. We got our comm trailer pulled out. Again, it ended up being a really nice day. Couldn't have asked for much better. And nice and sunny, and just got some folks with their equipment set up, and again made some contacts and ate some really good food. And this is one of the things we try to do several times a year. Field day, summer field day in particular, but when we can, winter field day if it's not too severe at the time. We try to get folks together, enjoy our friendship and camaraderie, and enjoy some good food. And of course, have some fun with our radios. And we always encourage other folks to try to do the same. You know, it doesn't have to be a sort of so-called organized official event. You can just make your own. And that's what we wanted to do with the Smok'in POTA this time. Since we didn't make it to the park, we just called it Smok'in QSO. But we hope to really do this every year. And be able to hit the park and do official POTA activation. We've got a park that's pretty close to our main headquarters here. So again, we just encourage other clubs, do things as a club. Get outside, use your equipment, use your radios. Some of us have equipment in our vehicles, but bring some some portable equipment or mobile equipment. Get young people involved, and just get your members involved. Get active with your members. And food is usually a pretty good draw for that kind of thing. Have some good food available. Let people show off their culinary skills, and you can usually get more people to show up for events like this. So again, we always enjoy being able to get together and get the comm trailer out. And just practice setting it up, practice, setting up the equipment and the cabling and that kind of stuff. It's always nice to do that in case we ever, are needing to do it for an emergency event. Now, one of the kind of cool things on this date is we have a couple of newer members. This is Laura and her husband, Dan. And she got on the radio and she made a couple of really fun contacts and had a really great time doing so. Again, getting newer folks on the radio, letting them make contacts, helping them make contacts. That's what it's all about, is enjoying our hobby and hopefully sharing it with other folks, and especially if you have any newer members as well. So we were doing some digital work. You can see Mike KD6FTR there in the background of the shot towards the back of the trailer. But we were doing regular HF voice activation or just work and chasing some POTAs, some other POTAs and things on this date as well. So again, this is one of the things that for our club, we try to do, again, several times a year to just get together, try to have some excuse to get together, even if we just make up an excuse of our own, and get outside with our equipment, and again, have a good time, enjoy each other's company, and enjoy the good food. Again, in this case, it worked out really nice because the weather cooperated as well. Of course, we have the inside barn there. We could have still done things, but it's just nice when it's nice weather to go along. So hopefully next year we'll actually be at the park and doing actual activation at the park and letting folks see more specifically that side. Again, we were chasing some POTAs, being hunters, if you will. Another thing we did fairly recently, just a few weeks ago, 2 or 3, 4 weeks ago, is the local city, Somerset, Kentucky, had an event, the Technology Showcase for 2023, and they invite folks to come in, all kinds of local, maybe companies and organizations like ours, to just kind of show off technology, the use of technology in all kinds of ways and fashions. And so we were invited. So we had our emergency communications trailer there. The county, I think, had their emergency communications trailer there, which some of our folks work with the county as well. There's our trailer, and then right next door was Pulaski County's trailer. Of course, they've got mobile communications and radio set up and everything, so they can be a sort of a command center on site. And again, but they had all kinds of stuff set up here in this the venue here. This is a very nice venue in this area. But it's all kinds of things, right? It's not just radio or anything, but it's just all kinds, whether it may be farm related, farming, other kinds of things, just manufacturers in the local area, that kind of stuff. We used to have a pretty thriving houseboat building industry. It's been kind of devastated for various reasons in the past 10 or 15 years, maybe. You can see a little helicopter there. They had some big drones and things, really quite a bit there. And we went to this, and we look forward to these community events where you can get out, again, meet the public, make sure folks are aware of amateur radio and the role that it can play in the public, but also just as a hobby, and that there's different aspects to it, computer related aspects, digital, but the ability to talk worldwide, hear people, hear the accents. This is one of the things I know that I personally really enjoy with amateur radio, is being able to talk to people all over the world, hear their accents, and enjoy some of their culture in a sense. And of course, we can look things up on the old internet and find further details. But it's just a lot of fun to do that. So again, our club, we look to be as active as we can be with our work days and our projects we work on, but also various kinds of public events like this one. We've done Jeep trail rides. We do the gravel rally. We've done the No Business 100 race through the trails. All kinds of things. We've done regular races sort of in town. We look for pretty much any opportunity where emergency communications may be helpful to an event, and certainly offer our services on a volunteer basis, of course, to help out with those events. And it gives us practice in those environments, practice with our equipment, and usually we get to enjoy a pretty cool and fun event at the same time. So we just wanted to bring some of these recent activities out here in the video, show folks, again, you don't have to wait for other people to organize events. You can organize your own and have fun. Enjoy your club, enjoy your members, enjoy the hobby. And so that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap this one up. This is Chris, KY4CKP for Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. Looking forward to seeing you folks at a public event sometime. Enjoy your radios, enjoy your club. 73.